everybody. Upwards of 9,000 expected tonight in the Stan Sheriff Arena. Season between Long Beach State and Hawaii. Number 3, Hawaii. Number 4, Long Beach State. And you know it's a big match. You just have that feeling when you walk in to the arena tonight. The people know it. The players know it. The coaches know it. And it's good fun.
It really is, Jim. This is probably the greatest match of the year, other than the Stanford match. UCLA was a great one. And, folks, tonight it is going to be another barn burner. Let's take a look at tonight's 7-11 keys to the match. For Long Beach State, they've got to build trenches and walls on defense. Trenches are digging, and walls is their block. Oh, what a great block they have. They're a huge block. Secondly, another day at the beach. That's what their nickname is, the beach. They're the 49ers, and they're the beach. They've got to relax tonight and pretend like it's another day at the beach and not get rattled by this crowd of 9,000 people.
Bikini, if I saw that right, that's what was happening. It's actually part of the game.
But the sun flares and the lighting, and then...
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and take off your caps. Formerly known as the Kiho Alu Kid, ladies and gentlemen, Rainbow fans alike, singing the national anthem and Hawaii Pono'i. Give it up for Makana.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Hawaii Pono'i, Nana I Komoi, Kalani Ali'i, Ke Ali'i, Makualani e Kamehameha e Nakaua e Pale Mekaie Nakualani e Kamehameha e Nakaua e Pale Mekaie. Go Bulls!
Aloha ahi ahi. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. The state of Hawaii welcomes the world's best fans to the Stan Sheriff Center on the campus of the University of Hawaii in majestic Manoa for NCAA women's volleyball. Tonight's match features the defending national champion Long Beach State University 49ers and your Western Athletic Conference champion, University of Hawaii, Rainbow Wahine. Let's meet the starting lineup for the Long Beach State 49ers. At outside hitter, a 6-foot senior from Rijeka, Croatia, number 8, co-captain Anja Grabovac. At outside hitter, a 5'10 senior from Austin, Texas, number 4, Veronica Walls. At outside hitter, a 5'9 senior from Yorba Linda, California, number 1, Christy Kirov. At center, a 5'7 sophomore from Redlands, California, number 10, Kari Nishimoto. At middle blocker, a 6'2 sophomore from Washington, D.C., number 27, Cheryl Weaver. And at outside hitter, a 6'2 senior from Spokane, Washington, number 12, Brandy Barrett. The graduate assistant is J.P. Calderon. The assistant coaches are Debbie Green Vargas and Joy McKenzie. And the head coach for the 49ers is Brian Givalero. And now, Hawaii, meet and greet the starting lineup for your Western Athletic Conference champion, University of Hawaii, Rainbow Wahine. At center, a 6'1 freshman from Newport Beach, California, number 4, Jennifer Carey. At left side hitter, a 6'2 junior from Yorba Linda, California, number 5, Jessica Sutter. At middle hitter, a 6'3 senior from Yorba Linda, California, number 7, floor captain, Heather Bowen. At left side hitter, a 6'2 freshman from Lubbock, Texas, number 9, Lily Kahumoku. At middle hitter, a 6'2 sophomore from Belo Horizonte, Brazil, number 10, Veronica Lima. And at right side hitter, a 6'2 senior from Huntington Beach, California, number 12, Jennifer Roberts. The assistant coaches are Charlie Wade and Gary Anderson. And the head coach for your Rainbow Wahine is Dave Shoji.
Long Beach State 42-0, 36-0 last year. Chevron Series record between these two teams. Hawaii leads the series 20-14. You see the UH record at home, on the road, and in the postseason. That's where Long Beach State really has the advantage. Last meeting, November 2nd, 1997, paid particular attention to that third game. Hawaii got poloed in that third game from Long Beach State. University of Hawaii Air Freshener Speedballs now available at all Chevron stations. Proceeds support the University of Hawaii. Get one today at Chevron. It's simply smarter. So we begin 42 straight games for the 49ers, the third largest or longest streak in the country. And we are underway. Lima. Side out Hawaii.
Oh, good start for the Bulls right there. Veronica Lima looking very fresh. The back looking healthy tonight.
UCLA had 43 in a row in 1992. Penn State 44 in a row in 1990. Down the middle, Kirov dug up in the back row by Kahumoku. Carry Kahumoku from the 3-meter line. Puts it off the block. Side out for Long Beach State. And there contributing was Brandy Barrett, 6'2" senior from Spokane, Washington. She will now serve for Long Beach State. No score, first game. Lima to carry. They go to Sutter. That's dug up. Barrett from the back row. And that ball hit the antenna or went on the outside of the antenna.
Actually, I think it traveled right over the top of the antenna. Any ball, part of the ball, breaking that line makes it illegal.
Here's Long Beach State. Grabovats off the antenna, and the first point of the match is scored. 1-0 Hawaii, first game against Long Beach State. Hawaii number 3, Long Beach State number 4. Serving will be Roberts. That ball dug up, hit down by Weaver. Weaver got the ball past Bowen, and it will be side out for Long Beach State. Into the game for Long Beach State, Melissa Oda, 5'6" junior from Cypress, California. She rotates into that back row, defensive specialist, and she will serve for the Beach. Hawaii counters with Heidi Illustre. Bowen with just a touch. Scrambling after it, Kirov. Nishimoto gets it across. Bowen goes cross-court Sutter. That's off the block. That'll be returned. Nishimoto setting Grabovats. Little touch. Sutter is there. Carey tries to push. That went off the block. Start out Hawaii.
Jen Carey goes up for the jump shot. She catches just the fingertip right there of Grabovats' hand. Got lucky.
Sutter will use the float here. 1-0 Hawaii, first game. Little touch by Nishimoto, returned by Bowen. Nishimoto down the middle. Carroll. And that is long. So Christy Carroll hits it out. And it's 2-0 Hawaii, first game.
Unusual. Carroll is a back row specialist who attacks out of the back row.
Another jump serve. This one a little more to it. Overpass, hammered down, but that's returned. Getting the ball across is Barrett. Kahumoku. That's off the block and out. Point Hawaii. 3-0. First game. Hawaii leading. Serving will be Sutter. Dug up in the back row by Oda. Nishimoto getting the ball across his Barrett advantage now. Hawaii. Carey goes to Kahumoku. That's dug up by Oda. Nishimoto to Grabovats. That's blocked and in. Bowen was up along with Carey. 4-0. Hawaii. Timeout has been called by Brian Gimolero. Hawaii off to a big start in game number 1. Queens Injury Report, sponsored by the Queens Medical Center, Hawaii's leader in orthopedic surgery and sports medicine, and the best possible scenario, no injuries on the part of both teams. Sutter, and now you see Gimolero getting up and saying that Sutter, by taking that little toss, that's a delay tactic. Weaver with a step out from Nishimoto gets it back for Long Beach State, and serving will be Grabovats. Into the game for Long Beach State is Taiba Hanif. Hanif, 6'6", tallest player in the NCAA at 6'6". Number 16 from Laguna Hills, California. Hawaii looking to get the side back. Bowen, and that's off the block, off Weaver. That's a huge front line now for Long Beach State. Weaver at 6'2", and then you have Hanif at 6'6". Serving will be Bowen, 4 serving 0. Nishimoto goes to Hanif, and that's blocked by Lima. 5-0 Hawaii, first game.
Hawaii normally has trouble getting out of the blocks, but tonight not so. 5 straight points. Long Beach State, normally a great ball control team, having trouble with that first pass.
Bowen, that's hit the floor. That's an ace. Oda unable to get to it. And still complaining about the delaying tactic is Gimolero, but this time it is Bowen serving. 6 serving 0. Bowen knuckleballs it over. Barrett near the net to Nishimoto. Hanif, bad hit. Point, Hawaii. They lead 7-0 in the first game.
I'll tell you, Bowen is really serving tough right now, Jim. She's got a real good floater going. It's dropping right in front of the back row.
Bowen again knuckleballs it over. This one is just long. Side out for Long Beach State. Serving for Long Beach State will be Cheryl Weaver, 6'2" sophomore out of Washington, D.C. Into the game comes Evan Lee. Comes in for Heather Bowen. Evan Lee rotates into that back row. Weaver will serve for Long Beach State. Slaps it over. Good line drive serve. That will become, well, saved by Lee, and they get it over. Advantage now, Long Beach State. Step out, Hanif. That's dug up by Alustra, but the ball goes out. Point for Long Beach State, and they finally break out of it and get on the board. This is a team that can score points in bunches, especially when you have 6'6" Hanif in the middle. Just over the tape. Sutter to carry. Kahumoku, that's off the block. Way up by the scoreboard. Off the scoreboard. They're going to play it. Barrett, that's blocked. Hanif with the save. Nishimoto sets. Hanif, that's blocked. And that's in. Side out, Hawaii.
Surprised they didn't call it being off the scoreboard. In any case, here's the side set from Nishimoto to Hanif at 6'6". She hits angles Hawaii isn't used to, but that time they picked her up on the block and got it down.
Carey serving for Hawaii. Grabovats in the back row to Nishimoto. Here's Barrett. That's off the block. Hits the antenna. Side out, Long Beach State. Into the game for Long Beach State. Veronica Walls, she was a starter. She rotates into that front row, along with Barrett and along with Hanif. Serving will be Nishimoto for Long Beach State. 1 serving 7. Lally pops it over. Kahumoku, Carey. Here's Lima. That's blocked. And the ball goes off Carey and out. That's a point for Long Beach State. 2 serving 7.
Jim, this may be Long Beach State's strongest front row rotation right here with Walls and Barrett and Hanif. Watch Hanif up there at 6'6", just putting it right back down.
Carey, back set. Oh, Kahumoku.
Oh, Lily had some heat on that one. Getting the one-on-one situation on the outside. Great set from Jen Carey.
Kahumoku serving. Dug up by Weaver. Overpass. Sutter gets it down. That's a point for the Wahine. And they lead 8-2 over Long Beach. Kahumoku will continue to serve for Hawaii. Nishimoto near the net. Hanif, that's blocked by Lima. Hanif again, little touch. Saved by Carey. Saved by Lee. Here's Sutter. That's hit to the side and goes in for the banker's row. Come off Grabovats.
A great bump set from Evan Lee this time. Set up with a normal cross-court hit. Should have been dug up by Grabovats.
Kahumoku serves it long. Side out Long Beach State. Into the game comes Christy Kirov. Kirov will serve. Hanif will go out as Kirov comes into that back row. Into the net. Side out Hawaii. Bowen rotates back into the front row along with Sutter and along with Roberts. Serving will be Lima. Lima, the Brazilian. Dug up in the back row by Grabovats. Nishimoto Grabovats off the block. Carey, little patty cake. Grabovats wins that. Carey with the save. Roberts with the save. Sutter dug up by Grabovats. Waiting for it is Walls. Walls to Weaver from the 3-meter line. Weaver goes off Bowen on the block. Side out, Long Beach State.
Cheryl Weaver's one of those players who was asked to step it up a notch this year after the loss of those 3 great players from last year, 3 All-Americans. And she certainly does step it up a notch with a pipe hit out of the back row.
Barrett serving. Dug up by Kahumoku. Carey, Bowen. Bowen gets the ball down in front of Weaver and Grabovats. Side out Hawaii. Roberts will serve for Hawaii. 9 serving 2 in the first game. Roberts serves. Dug up by Walls. Missed hit by Walls. Hawaii 10. Long Beach State 2. Long Beach State complaining. Either they cannot see or they were screened on that play. Perhaps that's what Walls is saying. Only conjecture from where we are. Serving is Roberts. Just over the net. Diving save. Weaver gets it across. Big advantage now for Hawaii. They set Sadat. Double block is up. It's off the double block. Saved by Barrett. Nishimoto to Grabovich. Grabovich gets it off Sadat. Side out for the 49ers of Long Beach State. Walls goes out. And Oda will come in to serve for the 49ers. 2 serving 10 in the first game.
Grabovich, who used to play in the Croatian national team, has got the most experience of anybody out there right now.
Overpass, but there was Carey to save it. Lima works it to Carey. They go to Sadat. Sadat, that's dug up by Barrett. Chased down by Nishimoto from behind the 3-meter line. Kirov dug up by Kahumoku. And the ball goes over on the Long Beach State side. Carey cannot save it. That's a point for the Beach. 3 serving 10. Jimalera, who has been up most of this first game. Serving is Oda. Bowen. That's blocked and saved by Illustre, but the ball goes out. Point for Long Beach. 4 serving 10. Serving is Oda. Working on Illustre. Carey goes to Sadat. That's blocked. Saved by Bowen. Here's Illustre. Setting Sadat again. Sadat with a roll shot. Kirov is there. Here's Weaver. Boy, she pounds that. Point for Long Beach State. And now they're starting to creep back into this match. 5 serving 10 in game 1. Serving is Oda. Another knuckleball serve. They set up Sadat. That's dug up. Grabovich. Here's Nishimoto. Grabovich. That's off the block and out. Point Long Beach State. And Long Beach now has come back. And they trail by only 4. They have been able to run off 4 straight points. We shall return. GTE Hawaiian Tel proudly continues its support of the University of Hawaii General Scholarship Fund by honoring a player from each team in tonight's game. GTE Hawaiian Tel bringing you high-speed access to the internet. We continue. And a little touch by Sadat works. Side out Hawaii 10, serving 6 here in this first game. Serving is Sadat. Jump float dug up by Oda. Here's Nishimoto. Step out Weaver, and Weaver able to get something on it, and the tough angle goes by the double block. Side out for Long Beach State. Serving will be Grabovich. And Hanif at 6'6" rotates back into that front row for Kirov. Grabovich slaps it over. Good serve. Lima to Carey. Here's Kahumoku. Good elbow save by Kahumoku. Bowen. That's blocked. Couldn't get it past Hanif at 6'6". 7 serving 10. Long Beach State coming back.
They got their block working now. They had 22 blocks against San Diego State, and they're starting to really get it together now.
Kahumoku down the line. That's dug up by Oda. What a dig by Oda. Barrett hits it long. Side out Hawaii. But now Hawaii leading by only 3 here in the first game. Bowen will serve. Grabovich. Nishimoto chases it down. They set Hanif. Side out, Long Beach State. Hanif got it down in front of Sadat. Serving will be Weaver.
Well, the block was well formed, but Hanif at 6'6" can really mess up defenses. She'll hit over a block that's well formed, and the back row defense can't form around it. She's hit over 400 in every game this year. You can see why, Jim. She's quite a talent.
Evan Lee back into the game, replacing Bowen. Lee to Carey. Here's Kahumoku. Boy, what a block. Hanif dominating at the net. That's a point for Long Beach State. And now they trail by only 2. What a comeback by the 49ers.
So Lily has to look at the line here. There's a small blocker there on the outside.
Weaver, however, puts it into the net. Side out Hawaii.
Hawaii's got to continue to look for Nishimoto up front. She's only 5'7". Hanif 6'6". Hawaii hit right into Long Beach's biggest blocker.
Jennifer Carey will serve. Kahumoku, Lima, and Roberts in the front row now for Hawaii. Dug up by Grabovich. Here's Nishimoto. Barrett hits it long. Points Hawaii. No, they say off the block. I stand corrected. Off the block. Side out. Long Beach State. Into the game comes Walls. Veronica Walls comes in for Oda.
So the fake by Hanif in the middle. There's the touch. The high hand touch. Good call. Good shot by Barrett.
Oda serving. Carey, little touch by Roberts. Lima double hands it down. Flat out Hawaii. Jamilaro continues to patrol the sidelines for Long Beach State. He is the only coach that we have seen in years that has shown up in a coat and tie. Kahumoku serves. Nishimoto to Barrett. Barrett off the block. Good hit by Barrett. Lima and Roberts were up.
What a great adjustment Barrett has done. She played in the middle last year. She offered to go to the outside to play out there so that Brian Jamilaro can bring in two other middles, make room for Hanif and Cheryl Weaver.
Hirolf is serving. Carry to Lima. Lima down the line, and that is off the block and in. Side out Hawaii. Bowen will come back into the front row along with Sadet and along with Robert. Serving will be Lima. Lima may be Hawaii's most effective server. 10 serving 8. Line drives it over. That's off. Weaver. An 8 for Lima. Point for Hawaii.
Jim, it's not often that a middle blocker is a primary passer. We see Cheryl Weaver passing a lot of court. That shows how much confidence Brian Jamilaro has in her ball handling.
Weaver to Grabovats. Here's Nishimoto for Grabovats. Double block. Blocked by Bowen. Point Hawaii. They lead 12-8. Jamilaro calls the timeout. Get Rainbow team profiles, stats, highlights, and more when you log on to KHNL.com. Sponsored by Aloha Airlines. Expect more from Aloha Airlines. Jim Leahy along with Chris McLaughlin courtside at the Stan Sheriff Center. 12-8 Hawaii game 1. Walls dug up in the back row by Bakasau. Ball is hit by Roberts. That's returned by Barrett. Here's carry to Bowen. Blocked by Barrett. Lima works it to Sadet. Double block is up. That's dug up by Grabovats. They go to Walls. That's blocked. Walls with the save. Weaver behind the 3-meter line. Grabovats down the line and in. Credit the Beach. They would not give up. They hung in, and they get the side out.
Jim, that's been their trademark for years, that diving, rolling, ballet-like defense. And they finished it with Grabovats, a roll shot down the line showing her international experience.
Serving is Barrett. Dug up by Bakasau, just into the game. They go to Sadet down the line. That'll be a chase. Barrett can't get to it. Side out, Hawaii. Serving will be Roberts. First game, Hawaii leading by 4, 12-8. Roberts serves. Dug up by Barrett. Nishimoto quickly to Weaver. And Weaver whacks it through the double block of Carey and Bowen. Quickly, Oda comes in to serve for Long Beach State.
Look at this quick set from Nishimoto to Weaver. Nishimoto's only set 5 games in her career. Played behind the great Misty May.
Oda serves. Alustre, Carey, Sudden. What a dig by Grabovats and a net violation on Hawaii. Net violation is on Sudden, I believe. Yes, it is Sudden. Point for the Beach. 9 serving 12. Oda serves. Bakasau to Carey. Carey with the dump shot. That'll be returned. Ball at the net. Carey, Lima, Bowen into the net. Point, Long Beach State. Long Beach State very uncertain on their side of the net. And then Hawaii very uncertain on their side. Point, 49ers. They trail by 2. 10, serving 12. Oda serves. Sudden to Carey. Alustre from the 3-meter line. Off the block. Off Nishimoto. Kirov there with the save. That's returned. Advantage now. Hawaii. Carey to Bowen. That's dug up by Oda into the net. Nishimoto can't handle it. Side out Hawaii.
Heather Bowen once again the terminator on that play as the ball goes into the antenna right there. Side out Hawaii.
Kahumoko comes in for Bakasau. Serving for Hawaii is Sadet. 12 serving 10 in the first game. Sadet with that jump float. Dug up by Oda. Here's Nishimoto to Weaver. That's blocked. Sadet with the save in the back row. Dump shot off Grabovats. Point Hawaii. They lead 13-10 first game.
Oh, Jen Carey, that oh so deceptive back dump shot Look at that, using sort of a reverse twist on it, and gets the point.
Suddeth again with the jump float. Barrett to Nishimoto. Step out. Weaver. That's blocked, but the ball goes down in front of Kahumoko and Bowen. Side out for Long Beach State. And into that front row comes Erik at 6'6". Serving will be Grabovac. Grabovac serves to the middle. Alusgray, carry, little roll shot. Kahumoko. Side out Hawaii.
I think Dave Shoji and Charlie Wade have detected a weakness in the Long Beach State defense. Look at this big hole behind the block. Nobody there. Even their best defensive specialist, Ota, couldn't get to it.
Bowen serving down the line. Grabovac, Nishimoto. They scramble to get it over. Chance now for Hawaii. Carry to Lima. Off the block and out. Point. Hawaii. Aloha ball in the first game. Game point for Hawaii. The first swing. Bowen will serve for Hawaii. Bowen works on Barrett. Nishimoto to Erik. And Erik able to wallop it to the floor. So Hanif hits it to the floor. Into the game comes Evan Lee. Serving will be Weaver. Just over the tape. Kahumoko off the block. Barrett with the save. Chase down. Lima setting carry. Setting Kahumoko. That's dug up by Weaver in the back row. Nishimoto goes to Weaver from the 3-meter line. She hits it in. Point. Long Beach State. They trail by 3.
Dave Shoji has one timeout left. We'll probably use it right after this if Long Beach State scores. Hawaii sides out right here. He'll save it.
Weaver serving. Suddeth. Carry. Cross court. Kahumoko. Great block. That ball goes out. That's a point for Long Beach State. They now trail by 2. Trying to steal the first game. Shoji calls a timeout. Hawaii leading by 2 in game 1. The issue to be decided. This K5 sports presentation is sponsored by Brewery Fresh Budweiser. We'll remind you, fresh beer tastes better. 12 serving 14 in the first game. Weaver serving for Long Beach State. Dug up by Suddeth. Bad pass. Chased down by Carey. Getting the ball over is Kahumoko. Big advantage here for Long Beach State. They go to Hanif. That is wide.
Oh, a missed opportunity for the Beach right there. They had Hawaii scrambling all over the place. The blockers didn't know where they were going, and Hanif couldn't find the floor. Great set by Nishimoto as a one-on-one. Hawaii's defense all out of kilter.
Serving is Carey. Again, Aloha ball game 1. Hanif dug up in the back row. Rolling dig by Suddeth. Evan Lee. That's dug up by Oda. Nishimoto goes to Barrett. Barrett hits it off the block. Side out. Long Beach State. They are not giving up game 1 yet. Walls rotates into the front row for Oda. Serving will be Nishimoto. Roberts comes back into the game for Alusgray. For Hawaii. Serving Nishimoto. Nishimoto, the sophomore. Just over the net. Kahumoko bumps it to Carey. Little touch. And the hit by Hanif is way long. Side out Hawaii. That's 2 outs now by Hanif, and big advantages were present for Long Beach State. Couldn't take advantage of it.
She does not hit many balls out. She's hit over 400, as we said earlier, in every game this year.
Kahumoko serves, walls, Nishimoto, here's Hanif. And Hanif pounds it down.
Well,
Side out Long Beach State.
She was in makeup time there, Jim. After hitting the last 2 outs, she wanted to get a lot on that. She's got the mustard, the ketchup, and rips it right down the middle. Evan Lee cannot handle it.
Kirok will serve for Long Beach State. Good line drive serve. Lee to Carey. Here's Suddeth. That's off the block. Grabovac, great save to get it across. Weaver, advantage now. Rainbow Wahine. Lima down the line. That is wide. Point, Long Beach State.
Oh, the crowd and Dave Shoji and Veronica Lima asking for a touch. A very close call. I thought it was out, Jim, but I there might have been a touch.
13-14. Hawaii needs to get the side back. That ball goes off of Weaver. Off Weaver. Roberts didn't have a good hit, but it went off Weaver, and then it went out. Hawaii has got to end this game right here because Long Beach State is breathing down their neck. Third swing at game one. Third Aloha ball. Walls off the block. Dug up by Lima. Carey goes to Sutton. That's off the block. Hawaii wins game number one.
Let's take a look at game two stats as Hawaii wins game one, 15-12. They held off an on-charging Long Beach State team. Look at Long Beach State out-hitting Hawaii by 40 points. That's pretty significant. They played better at the net than Hawaii did. You saw they out-blocked Hawaii as well. 6-4, won both those categories. However, look at this one. Hawaii, 3 aces for Long Beach State's 0. Hawaii also, I thought, put Long Beach State's passers in more trouble than Hawaii's passers were. Jennifer Carey had a better chance to set her offense than did Carey Nishimoto. That could be significant as the night goes on. We'll have to watch and see. But both rookie setters, shall we say. Nishimoto's a sophomore, but she really didn't play much behind the great Misty May. And the two rookie setters basically doing a great job of running their offenses. But both defenses playing quite well.
The team that really ball handles the best will come out on top. The team that is most consistent, but you saw the kind of quality in the number 3 and the number 4 team in the nation that even though Hawaii started very, very well and went out to a big lead, they had to score with Lima serving 14-13 because if the side came back to Long Beach State, you got the feeling that Long Beach State was going to steal that first game. Hawaii held them off just in time. So now we begin game number 2. Same starters for both teams. Lima will serve for Hawaii in the second game.
Angelo, Coach of the Year, 1998. 3 national championships under his belt, and there's a huge mistake. Veronica and I actually have talked about this before. Never serve out when you got Heather Bowen in the front row. She's opposite Heather Bowen. She's got to keep it in. It's for nothing else than to allow Bowen to block the ball.
Barrett will serve for Long Beach State. Carey, step out, Bowen, that's off the block. Side out Hawaii. Bowen with her 4th kill of the match. Heather coming off 2 triple-double performances, one against USC and the other against Nevada. Serving will be Heidi Olustro. That's dug up by Walls. Here's Nishimoto. Works it to Grabovac. That's off the block. Side out. Long Beach State. Both teams looking for the first point in game number 2. Oda comes into the game for the Beach.
This time, Bowen just can't find it. Usually in volleyball, what you do, if it goes up like that, the whole team should be yelling up so the player looks up. Bowen didn't get the attention in time.
Carey sets Sutton. That's off the block, but dug up by Oda in the back row. Bad pass to Nishimoto.
Sutton with a little hitting change. You see that, Jim? Ball was set to the antenna, and she looked for the small blocker. That was Nishimoto. Nishimoto's only 5'7". Sutton hit it hard off her hands. They couldn't control it.
Sutton serving for Hawaii here in the second game. Jump float. Work it to Nishimoto. That ball is hit long by Weaver. So the first point of game 2 goes to Hawaii. Hawaii leads in this match, if you just joined us, 1-0, 15-13 in the first game. Serving will be Sutton. Another jump float. Dug up by Barrett. Nishimoto to Weaver, and Weaver just muscles it through Kahumoku and Bowen. Side out for Long Beach State.
Oh, what a night Cheryl Weaver's had. Many considered her the best high school player in the country in '97. She just hit a ball out for her first mistake of the night, but there is her 9th kill, hitting quick in the middle right there. Versatile player.
Grabovac serving. Amit back into that front row. Bowen hits it off the block. Side out. Hawaii.
Long Beach State has the matchup they want. They've got Hanif and Weaver on Bowen.
Serving is Bowen. Serves it down the line. Grabovac to Nishimoto. Here's Hanif. And Hanif able to pound it into the back row by Sadek. Side out, Long Beach State.
Hanif also got third in the Big West in high, as if she's in high jump, as if she's not got enough of an advantage at 6'6". She also high jumps 5'10".
Weaver serving, ball chased down by Carey. Here's Bowen from the 3-meter line. That's blocked by Hanif. Hanif roaming that net in that front row, and she has dominated. She dominated at times in that first game, and she's dominating now in game number 2. Tied at 1, Weaver serving. Sadek bumps it to Carey. Lima, that's off the block, great save. And then the dump shot by Nishimoto, that'll be returned. Lima, block, saved by Illustre, saved by Bowen. Carey gets it across. Hanif, Grabovac, Hanif. Sadek in the back row to Carey. Kahumoku.
Oh, what a great exchange on both sides. Hawaii with a rat-a-tat-tat coverage. Finally ends it with Kahumoku catching Hanif going the wrong way. Great set by Jen Carey.
Jennifer Roberts comes into the game for Heidi Illustre. Serving will be Jennifer Carey. Tied at 1, second game. Pass to Nishimoto. Hanif dug up by Sadek. What a dig by Sadek. Kahumoku roll shot. That's in.
Oh, 2 times tonight for the young lady from Lubbock, Texas, by way of Kamehameha School. A little roll shot in the middle of the court. Finds its way to the floor, and there's a Long Beach State team that many consider in the 90s the greatest defensive team in the country. Nobody moved for that ball. Brian Gimolero cannot be happy about that.
Carey serving, 2 serving 1. Game number 2. Dug up by Grabovac. Nishimoto to Hanif. She just pounds it down. Pounds it down. Hawaii very soft defensively that time. Hanif with another kill. That's her 6th. Walls comes into the game. Nishimoto will serve for the Beach. 1 serving 2, second game. Dug up by Bowen. Carey. Lima tries the tough angle. It goes out. We're tied at 2. Serving will be Nishimoto. What a match so far. Kahumoku to Carey. They said Lima. That's through the block. And then that's a good muscle shot by Lima. Took a little bit off on her leap, timed it, and then the blast.
And she cut it back to the smaller blocker as well. Did not hit into the 6'6" Hanif.
Overpass. Great dig in the front row by Grabovac. They patty cake at the net. Saved by Roberts. Kahumoku gets it across. Advantage now. The Beach. Nishimoto to Hanif. Hanif hits it out. And that's a point for Hawaii. And they lead 3-2. What a crowd tonight, too. Has to be over 8,000, maybe 9. Serving Kahumoku. Nishimoto goes to Barrett. That block rolls along the tape and goes outside out for Long Beach State.
You know, Jim, I asked Brian Gimolero about the crowd. He said he thinks they may or may not be an advantage because they're such a knowledgeable crowd. They clap for great volleyball. And they're not necessarily the kind of a nasty crowd that gives the home team a great advantage.
Serving is Karol. Oh, big hit by Roberts. Roberts hammered that ball. Side out, Hawaii.
Well, here's the timing set, the 31 set from Carey to Roberts.
Lima serves, 3 serving 2. Nishimoto sets. Hanif. Check that, sets Walls. Overpass. Bowen puts it down. Wahine lead 4-2. Another serve by Lima. That's in. That's an ace. Vacated back row. Nobody really wanted that.
I'd say that was a great serve. Right in the seam. Right between Grabovac and Weaver.
Lima again serving. Dug up by Weaver. Overpass. Hammered down by Bowen. Point. Hawaii. 6-2 in the second game. Timeout called by Long Beach State. Brian Gimolero. Hawaii up by 4. Second game. They lead in the match. Take a look at this Budweiser fact. If Long Beach State wins tonight, they will need 2 more to capture the record for consecutive match victories. If they win tonight, then they have to beat Colorado tomorrow night here at the Stan Sheriff Center, and then Utah State next week to be the all-time leader. Penn State holds that record at 44. Ball hit down by Barrett. Nice, crisp, short set by Nishimoto. Side out for Long Beach State. Serving will be Barrett. Hawaii with Lima, Kahumoku, and Sadath in that back row. They work on Lima to carry Sadath. That's blocked. Boy, what a block by Walls. That's a point for Long Beach State.
Huge block by Walls. She's the one who hit NCAA championship point with a spike. Here she gets a big point with a block.
Barrett just over the tape. Sadath works it to carry. Back step out Bowen. That's dug up by Nishimoto. They work it down the middle to Kirill. And Kirill hits it long.
Kirill may be their best athlete, as we said earlier. Javelin thrower, high jumper, long jumper, volleyball player. She does it all. Went to the same high school as Sadath and Bowen.
6 serving 3. Roberts setting. Nishimoto works it to Grabovats. That's blocked. Saved by Walls, but she doesn't get any help. Point for the Wahine. They lead 7-3 in the second game.
As usual, good pursuit of the volleyball. You see Kirill going for the dive.
Roberts lollipops it over. Walls. Nishimoto. Oh, big hit by Weaver. Weaver with a wallop. Side out Long Beach State. Heidi Illustre comes into the game for Roberts. Serving will be Oda for the Beach. Illustre to carry. Dump shot goes.
Jen Carey's got to do more of that, in my opinion, tonight to keep those Long Beach State blockers honest. She's got to be a threat at the net.
Sadath will serve. Sadath jump float dug up by Barrett. Nishimoto dump, but there is Illustre. Big hit by Bowen. Short set by Carey. Point Hawaii. They lead 8-3. Second game.
There's the ball handling we were talking about. Heidi Illustre there for the pass. And here's it right up to the net where Carey can either dump it or she can set Bowen. She had a choice to do either one.
Sadath again. Ace for Sadath. No. Excuse me. Just tickled the tape. Just tickled the tape. Hanif comes into that front row. Hanif at 6'6" and Weaver at 6'2". Serving Grabovats. Dug up by Illustre. Carey works it to Bowen. Off Grabovats. Side out Hawaii.
Well, I like the way Jen Carey's moving Heather Bowen around, not just hitting all step outs, but she's moving her along the net, forcing those Long Beach State blockers to think a little bit.
Heather Bowen, the All-America, will serve. Dug up by Barrett. Bad pass. Hammered down by Lima. A double-handed hammer. Point for Hawaii. They lead 9-3 in game number 2. They lead in this match 1-0. 15-13 in game 1. Serving will be Bowen. Bowen in the back row. Nishimoto. Then sets. Hanif. That's off the block. That was an out ball. And Sadath instinctively put out the fist. Side out Long Beach State. Long Beach State needs another run here. They did it in the first game. Evan Lee comes into the game for Heather Bowen. Serving will be Weaver for Long Beach State. 49ers 3 serving 9 in the second game. Just over the tape. Diving save by Illustre, but he doesn't get any help. It will go as an ace for Weaver. Point for Long Beach State. 49ers trying to crank it up here in the second game. They need to come back. They trail by 5. Carey to Sadath from behind the 3-meter line. Hits it right to Hanif, and that's all that needs to be said. Hanif just pounds it to the floor. Long Beach State now trails by 4.
Watch Hanif at the net at 6'6". She's right there, just pounding it right down. Doesn't really have to jump much to reach over that 7'4" net.
Kahumoku to Carey. Back to Kahumoku, off the hands, dug up in the back row by Oda. Weaver. Gives it to Barrett. Chance now for the Rainbow Wahine. Carrot to Kahumoku. Kahumoku hits it out. And that's a point for Long Beach State, and here they come.
Oh, Hawaii had a free ball then. They should have converted. Kahumoku tried too hard to hit it at Nishimoto, the small blocker.
Into the net by Weaver. Weaver tried to maneuver it just over the tape. Couldn't do it. Side out Hawaii. Carey will serve. Roberts comes back into the game, replacing Alustra for Hawaii. Carey, the freshman setter, so much on her shoulders, so much responsibility. Serving just over the net. Barrett, dug up by Carey. Saved by Lee. Sutter gets it across. Advantage now, Long Beach State. They go to Anif. That's dug up by Roberts. Here's Carey. To Roberts. Yes.
I'm very surprised Carey went to Roberts because Roberts had not backed off and gotten a really good approach. But it surprised Roberts and it surprised Long Beach State.
10 serving 6 just over the net again. Here's Nishimoto for Hanif. Hanif pounds it off Suddeth in the back row. Walls comes in for Long Beach State. 6 serving 10, game 2.
Hanif at 6'6". Just hits the ball at angles you don't expect. It's hard to practice for.
Nishimoto serving for Long Beach State. Suddeth to Carey. Down the middle comes Kahumoku. That's blocked by Hanif. Chased down by Suddeth. Works it to Lima. Gets it across. Tries for the corner. Miss hit by Weaver, but Walls is there. Long Beach State returns Barrett. Waiting for it. Back set. Roberts.
Oh, this crowd of probably 9,000 loves this shot right here. As Jenny Roberts getting hot in the front row. 2 of her 4 kills tonight in the last 2 plays.
Kahumoku just over the tape. They work it to Barrett. Big hit by Barrett from the corner. Side out, Long Beach State.
What a pass by Cheryl Weaver that time. Going to the floor, and then Nishimoto, beautiful side set to the outside. There's Nishimoto, good extension, and a great line shot by Barrett.
Carroll will serve for Long Beach State. You look at Barrett, 7 kills so far in the match, 6 serving 10. Carroll serving an excellent server. Lee to Carey. Here's Sutter for the roll shot. That ball is saved by Nishimoto, but the ball drifts over the net and out. Side out Hawaii.
Pretty smart shot that time by Sutter to go with the tip shot. Something different, number 1. And number 2, she made the setter handle the ball. So even if they kept the ball in place, somebody else besides Nishimoto would have had to set it.
Lima serving. Weaver to Nishimoto. They work it to Grabovich. That's blocked. Saved by Barrett. They get it across advantage now. Rainbow Wahine. Sutter.
Oh, nice reach and extension by Jessica Sutter that time. Oh, my. First time you've seen Jess do this all night. Watch the extension of her elbow here. Nice and high and reaches over and hits it down.
Lima continues to serve. But Lima gets on a roll. Look out. Weaver to Nishimoto. Walls. Is it in? No. It's wide. Point. Hawaii. 12 serving 6 in the second game. Lima calling for the ball. She has the hot hand with the serve and the momentum. Works it to Grabovich. Hammered down by Bowen. Is that off the block? It is. That's a point for Hawaii. 13-6 in game 2.
Rangelo's got to call timeout, his second and final one, to slow down these bows.
Central Pacific Bank presents the CPB Ace Award. Every ace that Hawaii scores earns $100 toward the CPB Endowed Scholarship Fund. Central Pacific Bank is proud to sponsor UH Sports and its athletes. 4 aces tonight, 2 by Lima. Lima continues to serve. 13-6. They work it to Grabovich. That's blocked, save. Hammered down, Bowen off the block. Aloha ball. Game 2.
And for the CPB record, 4 aces tonight for Hawaii.
Lima continues to serve. Now serving for the second game. Dug up by Weaver. They go to Walls. And off the block, there's Barrett. to clear things up and hammer the ball down. And Barrett will serve now for Long Beach State. 6 serving 14 in the second game. Barrett serves. Dug up by Bacasau just into the game, step out. And Bowen hit the antenna. That's a point for Long Beach State. Long Beach State trails by 7. Serving will be Barrett. That ball dug up by Bacasau. Carey goes to set it. Off the block, dug up in the back row by Carol. They go to Grabovac. And Grabovac is roofed by Bowen.
Bowen normally blocks, by the way, Jim, in the middle. That time she moved to the outside, put Roberts in the middle, and Heather got the block.
Hit the tape by Roberts. Side out, Long Beach State. Into the game comes Oda. She will serve. Roberts goes out. Roberts started to come out. And Heidi Illustre going in. Now they make the switch. Serving will be Oda. Oda serves. Dug up by Illustre. Here's Carey. Setting center. Double block is up. Set it. Dug up in the back row by Carol. Hit down and dug up by Illustre. Saved by Carey. Illustre gets it across. Advantage the beach. Nishimoto, Grabovac. That's in. And that's a point. 8 serving 14.
Well, Dave Shoji's got both of his timeouts in his pocket. He'd be well advised to use one of them in a hurry here to slow down Long Beach.
Oda serving. Carey with the backward dump shot is in. Third Aloha ball for game number 2. Bacasau goes out. Kahumoku comes in. Serving will be Sutton.
Heather Bowen still up front. There's a strong rotation for the Bow. 6'3", 6'2", 6'1" up front.
Sutton serves. Dug up by Barrett. Nishimoto from her knees. Grabovac. Roll shot. Illustre. Carey. Bowen. And she's blocked by Weaver. Side out. Long Beach State.
Jen Carey has got to get better peripheral vision here and check out the block. 2 big blockers up. Kahumoku with only 1 on her. Lily just waiting. She was fresh off the bench.
Grabovac serving. Hanif back into that front row. Hit by Bowen. Off the block. There's Barrett. Nishimoto to Hanif. And Hanif gets it in. That's a point for Long Beach. It is 14 for Hawaii, 9 for the beach. Timeout, Hawaii. Calling for the timeout is Shoji. Hawaii's had trouble finishing on occasion this year, and they're having trouble finishing right now. Every model of Volkswagen and every color, style, and option, they're all on sale at must-sell clearance prices, including the elegant Passat right now at your Hawaii Volkswagen dealer. Grabovac will serve 9, serving 14. Carey sets Kahumoku off the block. Here's Hanif. That's in. Point Long Beach State. Long Beach State right back now. 14 for Hawaii, 10 for the beach.
Hawaii got just what they wanted that time. 1-on-1 with Nishimoto on the outside, but Carey did a great job of slowing down Lily Kahumoku's spike.
Sudeth, Lima. Hawaii has to get it across. They do with advantage now. Long Beach State. They go to Weaver. That's blocked by Bowen. And so another Aloha ball for the second game. Hawaii's had trouble finishing. Bowen will serve. Lima, Kahumoku, and Carey in the front row. Bowen serves. Dug up by Barrett. Nishimoto, bad pass, hit by Carey. Net violation on Long Beach State. Net violation on Nishimoto. Hawaii wins the second game. And now, unbelievably, Hawaii is thinking sweet. Stay tuned now for this news update.
Welcome back. Hawaii up 2-0 in this best 3 out of 5 Titanic battle here at the Stan Sheriff Center. Let's take a look at what Hawaii has done well tonight. They have played well tonight. Nishimoto setting a nice high wide set. Look at Bowen on the outside, pressing forward, getting over the net, and then the celebration afterwards. She normally plays the middle, pushed to the outside that time, picked up the big block. And you know what, Jim? Not only has Hawaii played well at the net tonight, they're down 10-7 in blocks. Bowen's had 5 of them. but I think they've just tapped the ball down well for that. Long Beach State's had a lot of overpasses tonight, a lot of 50-50 balls that Hawaii's tapped back down and earned points off. The second thing is, Hawaii, I think, has ball handled, gone toe-to-toe with Long Beach State digging-wise. Would you agree?
Right. Yeah, I agree with that. And not only that, but Hawaii has been able to build and go on runs that have become dominating runs that have, quite frankly, taken Long Beach State out of the game, and it is only superhuman efforts just to make it respectable at the end. Hawaii's had trouble, I think, in closing. They've always had trouble closing, especially this season in the games that we have seen them. But they've gone off to dominating runs, and then they've maneuvered themselves into winning the first two games. In fact, the first two games tonight, 15-13 Hawaii and 15-10 Hawaii, are the first consecutive game losses by Long Beach State in this young season. So they're in deep trouble now. The only way that they can win this match is to take it to rally scoring. Not to say that they can't do it. They certainly have the possibility and the talent to do that, but they're in a deep hole right now. More to come from the Stan Sheriff Center. Time now for the Subway Rainbow Report. Women's golf team playing in the BYU Invitational in Provo, Utah. And the women's soccer team takes on Oral Roberts tomorrow at the University of Hawaii Field. Oral Roberts University from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Make the smarter choice and head on over to your nearest Subway restaurant today, because now for a limited time, enjoy the tender and lean taste of the regular 6-inch low-fat pastrami sub for only $2.99. For a limited time only at participating Subway restaurant. Subway, the way a sandwich should be. There you see the uniform in which Long Beach State started this match. And to get the momentum back and to shake things up a bit, they have come out here with new long sleeve unis here in the third game. Hawaii 15-13, 15-10.
Jim, if anybody can come back, it's Long Beach State. They've got the tradition, they got the coaching staff, they got the talents. It's whether or not they have the wherewithal from here in to put that all together and make this match go 5. So they certainly have everything to do it.
Kirill will serve for Long Beach State as we begin the third game. Here's Lima. That's blocked but out. And that side out for Hawaii. The ball went off. Grabovats. So Lima, almost a lethal server, will serve here to start game number 3. Here's Nishimoto. Walls. That's dug up by Carey. Chased down by Roberts. Here's Sutter with the roll shot. Nishimoto is there. Grabovats with the little touch. Patty cake. Grabovats with the roll shot. Sutter. Carey. Sutter. That's dug up. Nishimoto backs up for Wall. That's off the block. And we have a net violation on Hawaii. And the net violation is on Bowen. Serving for Long Beach State will be Barrett. Dug up by Kahumoku. Carey. Bowen step out. That's in. Side out Hawaii.
Long Beach State with a good matchup there on Bowen. 2 blockers. Weaver and Grabovats both on her, but she managed to find a way through.
Roberts serving. Dug up by Barrett. Nishimoto to Weaver. Weaver able to squeeze that through the double block. Carey and Bowen. Block was not well formed. The Beach has the side out. Oda comes in to serve. Walls will come out. And Melissa Oda, 5'8" junior from Cypress, California, serving now for Long Beach State. No score, game 3. We have a yellow card. I saw Wayne Lee take out a yellow card for some reason. Maybe delay. Into the net. Oda, not good for Long Beach State. I'd like to send our many alohas tonight for those of you watching on University Television Channel and the Orange County News Channel in Southern California. We send our best to you. Setup serves. That's an 8. Kirill. Ball landed in front of her.
Brian Chimolero not happy there. There's a jump float by Sada. She's an Orange County girl. Serves to an old high school teammate, Kirill. And then whiffs.
Yeah, she missed that. In baseball, it would have been foul, and she'd get another one. In golf, it would have been out of bounds, and she'd have a 2-stroke penalty.
And now she's laughing at herself, going, where did that come from?
Side out Long Beach. Grabovats serving. Sutter to carry. Kahumoku roll, yes. That's worked all night.
Ryan Jimino doesn't seem to be bothered by that shot. He tells his team to stay in that wide defense.
Hawaii leading 1-0. Bowen serving. Grabovats to Nishimoto. Hanif, that'll be returned. Kahumoku another roll shot, but there is Oda. Chased down by Nishimoto. Hanif, that's off the block, but there's Alustre. Carey, that's dug up by Barrett. At the net, saved by Lima. Carey gets it across. Barrett, Nishimoto. Hanif, dug up by Alustre. Weaver finally ends it. Hawaii off balance through that whole volley, that whole rally.
They were discombobulated the whole time, and Weaver finished with power. You see Kahumoku trying to get over there to block, and she was too little, too late.
Serving will be Weaver for Long Beach State. Down in this match, 2-0. Excellent serve. Dug up by Kahumoku, gets it back from Carey. Kahumoku put that ball into the tape, and Hanif was there to make sure.
That ball came down in a hurry, just died as Kahumoku could not get it at the height of her arm swing there.
Weaver serving. Alustre to Carey. Step out Lima. Blocked at the net. Good save by Barrett. Nishimoto goes back to Barrett. Just inside the 3-meter line. Diving save by Alustre. Bowen gets it across. Dropping but out. That's a point for Long Beach State. And Long Beach State now leads 2-1. That may be the first time that Long Beach State has led in this match. And it is. Comes in game number 3. Weaver will now serve for the Beach. Slaps it over. Suddeth steers it to Carey. Kahumoku. Whistle that ball by Hanif and Nishimoto.
So they're trying very hard right now to get the ball at Nishimoto, the smallest blocker for Long Beach State.
Our floor wipers are wearing T-shirts courtesy of the Queens Medical Center, Hawaii's leader in sports medicine and orthopedic surgery. Nishimoto tries to dump, but there is Kahumoku. Bowen to Carey. Kahumoku off the block and in. Boy, Hanif dominating again. Side out, Long Beach. Into the front row for Long Beach comes Walls. Oda goes out. Nishimoto will serve.
The ball just hit way too far inside that time by Carey to give Lily a good shot at it.
Kahumoku off the block, dug up by Weaver in the back row. Nishimoto, here's Walls. 2 hands it across, saved by Roberts. Kahumoku, Lima, saved by Barrett. Nishimoto works it to Weaver. Long shot. There is Carey. Kahumoku back to the middle. Lifts. Kahumoku. Point. Long Beach State, they lead 3-1 in the third game. And this crowd, perhaps the most knowledgeable volleyball fans in the country, impatient with the way that the Wahine are playing here in the third game. And it's early. Kahumoku, that's dug up. Walls to Barrett. Goes for the back row and gets it in. And now for the first time in the match, the Beach leading by 3.
They've really seized this game number 3, Jim.
Nishimoto serving. Dug up by Sutton. Waiting is Carey. Goes cross court. Lima. That's dug up by Barrett. Perfectly placed. Barrett hits off the block. Point. Long Beach. Excellent defense by the Beach. They were in the right place for the dig. And they now lead 5-1 in the third game. The Foodline Scholar Athlete of the Week is University of Hawaii women's volleyball player Veronica Lima. Veronica achieved a 3.25 GPA while majoring in information computer science. Congratulations to Veronica Lima. We resume 5-1 Long Beach State. That ball goes out off Roberts. That's another point for Long Beach State. Dave Shoji comes off the bench.
He thought Walls touched it on the way out of bounds. I don't think so. I don't think Walls got a piece of it.
6-1 Long Beach State. here in the third game. Ball hammered down by Roberts. Got it down in front of Weaver. So the Wahine taking it on the chin so far in the third game. They trail by 5. Lily Kahumoku will serve for Hawaii. Overpass. Got a save by Weaver. And that'll be a point for Hawaii.
Because the ball was 50-50 on the net, so it's both teams' ball. And Nishimoto was a back row player who went up and became a blocker when she went up when Hawaii spiked the ball.
Brian Chimolero objecting to the call. Kahumoku serving. Nishimoto is there. Here's Barrett. That's dug up in the back row. Could have been an out ball. Sudeth blocked it to net. Sudeth with the save. Carry to Lima. That's a point.
Oh, Hawaii quick in transition tonight. Quickest I've seen them all year. And I think Long Beach State has made them that way. Long Beach State's such a quick team.
3 serving 6. Weaver to Nishimoto. Walls left-handed, dug up by Bowen. Ball hit down by Roberts, saved by Nishimoto. The ball gets over for Long Beach State. Chance for Hawaii. Sudeth off the double block, dug up in the back row. Weaver, Nishimoto, Walls. That's dug up by Kahumoku to carry to Roberts. Off the block. Point, Hawaii. They trail by 2.
How about Lily Kahumoku in the back row digging the last couple with their hands. Roberts with 6 kills, no errors tonight.
Kahumoku continues to serve. Grabovats, Nishimoto, down the middle comes Hanif. Kahumoku in the back row. Carry to Roberts. Blocked by Barrett. Side out. Long Beach State. Hanif will go out. And Kirill will come in.
This ball set very tight to the net. And Barrett very disciplined, staying home, pressing over. Good solo block by Barrett.
Kirill, excellent server. Serving for Long Beach. Kahumoku bumps it to Carey. Here's Lima. That's dug up by Nishimoto. Overpass. Hammered down by Roberts. Saved by Kirov. They go to Walls. That's blocked by Sudeth.
Excellent back set from Nishimoto. I think Walls got it right where she wanted to, just didn't turn it down the line.
Lima serving. Dug up by Weaver. Nishimoto to Barrett. That's off the block. Kahumoku to Carey. Here's Sudeth. Hits it long. No, they say it went off the block. Point Hawaii. Hawaii trails by 1.
No arguments from the Long Beach State blockers. Must have been a touch.
Lima again serves. Knuckleballs it over. Weaver to Nishimoto. They go to Grabovats. That's dug up in the back row by Lima. Carry to Sudeth. Roll shot. That is wide. Side out for Long Beach State.
Boy, he had the advantage there. Sudeth's got to make a better effort than the easy roll shot like that.
But both teams cozied up here in the third game. Barrett will serve. Kahumoku overpass. There's Grabovats to Nishimoto. Back to Grabovats. That's off the block. And it's side out Hawaii. Roberts with the block.
Good solid block by Bowen and Robertson. 6'3" and 6'2" up front.
Roberts serving, looking to tie here. Nishimoto, short set. Ooh, what a hit by Weaver. Weaver ends all doubt. What a pound. Oda comes into the game, replacing Wall.
Oh, you can see why Weaver is national team material. She's quick. She's strong. She's got that fast arm swing. She trained with the national team this summer, and she is a great one.
Oda serving. Dug up by Sudeth. Works it to Carey. Back to Sudeth. And that ball goes off Kirill.
Oh, Bowen on the decoy that time. Left Sudeth alone, one-on-one with Nishimoto on the outside. That is a favorable matchup for Hawaii.
Long Beach has led 6-1 here in the third game. It is now 5 serving 6. Sudeth to serve. Jump float by Sudeth. Dug up Nishimoto to Weaver. That's off the block. Saved by Kirov in the back row. Oda gets it across advantage now. Rainbow Wahine. They go to Kahumoku. Off the block. We are tied at 6.
Lily Kahumoku got the set she wanted that time. Got to work the line shot that she loved so much.
Sudeth to serve. Jump float. Dug up by Kirov. Here's Nishimoto. Grabovats. off Sutton. So Grabovats gets the side back for the beach, and Hanif rotates into that front row along with Weaver. That's a dynamic duo.
Thanks, Terry. Grabovats paid her own way to try out for Long Beach State. Was not offered a volleyball scholarship until she went to their volleyball camp.
Hanif off the block, dug up by Sadef, overpass, punched into the Long Beach State side. Then Weaver gets it across, advantage now Hawaii. They go to Kahumoku, blocked by Weaver. Not a good set that time by Carey.
And neither team looking sharp there in transition. One-on-one for Lily there, and Weaver all over her. What a great block by Cheryl Weaver from Washington.
Grabovats serving 7, serving 6. And some confusion in the back row. Alustre shanks it. 8-6, Long Beach State. They lead by 2. They led by as many as 5, only to see Hawaii catch them. Now they're trying to inchworm their way apart from Hawaii. Net violation call. And it's going to be on Weaver. Side out Hawaii. Bowen will serve. Hawaii trailing by 2, game 3. Hawaii, however, leading in this match. 2 games to none. Bowen into the tape. Shoji comes off the bench. Evan Lee will go into the game, replacing Bowen. Serving will be Weaver. Cheryl Weaver. 14 kills against San Diego State earlier this week. Hits it into the net. Side out Hawaii.
Another great stat on Weaver, Jim. High school basketball, 17 rebounds a game. Can you imagine that?
Oh, I can believe that.
Unbelievable.
Yes. Serving is Carey. Weaver to Nishimoto. Barrett. Oh, almost knocked over Carey. That was a bullet.
Oh, was it ever. What a shot by Barrett. Watch this down the line. Left open, and Carey just takes it right on the noggin.
Nishimoto serving, 8 serving 6. Carey to Roberts. Bad set by Carey. Missed time. Point for Long Beach State. They lead by 3. 9 serving 6 in the third game. Nishimoto serves. There's Sutter. Carey. Lima.
Jen Carey starting to bring down her sets a little bit. They're getting to the outside a little quicker, and Veronica likes that.
9th kill for Veronica Lima. Weaver leads Long Beach State in kills with 13. Weaver to Nishimoto. Down the middle comes Hanif.
Oh, she is so tough to stop. She hits the ball at such a high point in her swing. Goes over just about any block in the country, and Hawaii's got among the bigger blocks in the country, that's for sure.
Hanif with her 11th kill. Baka South comes in, replacing Kahumoku. 9, serving 6. Serving will be Carol for Long Beach State. Dug up by Sutter. Here's Carey, back to Sutter. Double block is up, off the double block and down. Side out Hawaii. And Hawaii's best server, Lima. Bowen rotates into that front row.
This may be Hawaii's best rotation right here.
Lima's got to get it in. She does. Overpass. No. Little jump shot saved by Bowen. They go to Sutter. That's dug up by Terrell in the back row. They go cross-court. Walls left-handed off the block and out. Side out. Long Beach State. The block was there. Now Hawaii complaining.
Heather Bowen questioning whether or not Carey Nishimoto was a back row attacker when she punched the ball over the net. Wayne Lee said she was below the height of the net when she hit it.
Barrett serving for Long Beach State. Lima, Carey, Sutter, and Carey called for the lift. That's a point for Long Beach State. They now lead by 4. 10-6 in the third game. So the 49ers have come alive here in game number 3. Barrett continues to serve. Dug up by Bakasau. Carey goes cross-court. Sutter, that's blocked. Saved by Roberts. Saved by Carey. Sutter with the one-hander. And net violation called on Hawaii. Another point for Long Beach State. They lead 11-6 They led at 1.61. 5-point difference. They're back to that 5-point difference now. Dave Shoji comes off the bench. And Kahumoku will come in for Bakasausa. Serving will be Barrett for Long Beach State. Crowd not willing to concede the third game. Harris, Roberts hit it. Whistled that by Grabovac. Shot out Hawaii.
Little step-out move by Roberts that time. Again, a low set. The Bows are starting to set it lower and lower to try to out-quick the 49ers.
Roberts serving. Here's Nishimoto setting Walls. Walls pushes it to the open floor. Shot out Long Beach State.
Wow, what a set by Nishimoto. Perfect. Right on the money to Walls.
Nishimoto, the sophomore.
Good extension by Nishimoto. And Walls finding the center of the court.
Nishimoto coming back from an ankle injury against USC, reported to practice for the first time this Monday. And is playing tonight and playing well. Illustre, here's Bowen. That's dug up by Oda. Chased down by Kiralt. Getting the ball across is Oda. What a hit by Sutton. Side out Hawaii. They are down by 5 in the third game, but they lead in this match 2-0. Serving will be Sutton. Sutton serves. Grabovac to Nishimoto. Weaver off the block. Saved by Lima. Pushed to Bowen. Advantage. Bad set, but a good save by Oda. Advantage now Hawaii. They work to Kahumoku. That's in. Wahine trail by 4. Sutton again to serve for Hawaii. Jump float. Nishimoto. Grabovac block. Saved by Barrett into the net. Barrett finally gets it across. Kahumoku. Rainbows trail by 3. Timeout has been called by Brian Gimolaro. 42 straight games. That streak on the line for Long Beach State. And you know the 49ers are not going to concede easily. JT Hawaiian Tel proudly continues its commitment to the University of Hawaii General Scholarship Fund by honoring a player from each team in tonight's match. Sutton serving. 8 serving 11. Sutton. Grabovac to Nishimoto. Back to Grabovac. That's off Carey. Saved by Illustre. Carey works it back to the middle to Sutton. Rolled shot. Saved by Nishimoto. Oda is there. Grabovac. That's off the block. Side out. Long Beach State. Hanif comes back into that front row along with Weaver and Nishimoto.
This is that one rotation where Bowen and Hanif face each other.
Bowen at 6'3", Hanif at 6'6". Grabovac serving. Sutton to Carey. Kahumoku, that's off the block. Boy, a whistling shot by Kahumoku. It remains Hawaii trailing by 3. Leading in the match 2-0. Bowen serving. Serving long, way long.
Ooh, caught a jet stream here in the Stan Sheriff Center. That thing just lifted up for takeoff and still is flying, I think.
Serving will be Weaver. Illustre, Carey, Kahumoku. Kahumoku got that ball by Hanif.
Carey handles a very low pass. And Kahumoku on a tear right now. 4 in a row for Lily.
Serving will be Carey. Weaver bumps it to Nishimoto. And Barrett gets it off the block side out for Long Beach State. Oda comes out and Walls goes in to replace her. Serving will be Nishimoto. Long Beach State trying to take it home now, trying to capture this third game. Lee, carry, Illustre saved by Lima. They go back to Illustre, off the block. Side out Hawaii.
Oh, Heidi was facing a mighty big block there. She did the smart thing, hit high hands. She's staying front row right now for Jen Roberts. We see the good decoy by Lima. And Lustra hitting high hands off Hanif.
Lily Kahumoku serving for Hawaii, 8 serving 11 here in the third game. Dug up by Weaver, Nishimoto to Hanif, blocked. Lima was there along with Suddet, and I believe it was Suddet.
Well, it's been a long
Point
time
for the Wahine. They trail by 2.
Hanif has been blocked. Let's take a look at her. Finally, Bows find a way to get rid of her.
Barrett, roll shot, but there's carry. Illustre, Suddet, double block, off the double block. Barrett is there, works it to Nishimoto. Back set, Hanif. That's dug up by Lee. Advantage now, Long Beach State. Bad set, saved by Grabovich. But no help. Point, Rainbow Wahine. They now trail by 1. And this crowd going berserk. Again. And that coach's show will be followed by Hawaii against Colorado tomorrow night right here at the Stan Sheriff. Hanif off the block, side out. Long Beach State, Hanif will rotate out. And Karolf will come in and she will serve. 11 serving 10.
That Colorado game, by the way, tomorrow night will be another good one. That's a good team. They've won 6 straight ball games. They're on a roll.
Karolf serving. An ace. Point, Long Beach State. Crucial moments now here in the third. Roberts will come in, replacing Illustre. Karolf again to serve. Excellent server for Long Beach State. Overpass. Hammered, saved by Lee. Carry, big hit by Roberts. Side out Wahine. They trail by 2. Serving is Lima. Bowen comes into that front row.
Good quick move by Roberts that time. They ready. She gave a new lift to the Bows right there. Needed some light.
Weaver, Nishimoto. Big hit by Walls. That left-hander was a laser jet.
Speaking of life, there's a live arm if I've ever seen one. Boy, she just ripped that one. Veronica Walls, one of their co-captains. Got the winning point in the NCAA championships last year.
Barrett will serve.
She was also, by the way, you know, Jim, she was the #1 kill percentage leader in the United States. 426 last year.
Barrett hits the net. Talking about Walls.
Talking about Walls, yeah. I mean, that's phenomenal. Hit 426. Amazing.
Hawaii trails by 2. Roberts to serve for the Wahine. Into the net. Oda comes in for the 49ers, and she will serve. Comes in for Walls. Weaver, Nishimoto, and Grabovich in that front row now for Long Beach State. Serving is Oda.
I'll say it again, Jim. You can't serve out when Bowen's in the front row. Huge mistake.
Illustre to carry. Here's Bowen off the block. Point, Long Beach State.
Illustre might have taken an out ball there just then. What a big block by the Beach. As Dave Shoji is going to call his second and final timeout.
(13-10) Long Beach State in the third game.
And the 13th point that almost was. Watch Heidi Illustre right here take what I think was an out ball. Watch this ball travel. So you see if you think this ball's not going to go out. Looks like it was. She should have gotten a call right back there from Veronica Lima.
Oda will serve. Illustre to carry. They go to Suddet, out. And now Aloha ball for Long Beach State in the third game.
Going to give a lot of credit to Long Beach State for fighting back. They held out the Bows at 11-10 and now have run off 3 in a row.
And now the Wahine with their back to the edge of the precipice. Suddet, block. They need to get it across, and they do. Advantage now for the game. Long Beach State. They go to Grabovich. Off the block and out. Long Beach State takes game 3, 15-10. And so we will go to a fourth game. And would you expect anything less from number 3 and number 4? 2 games to 1 now. 15-13 Hawaii, 15-10 Hawaii, and then 15-10 Long Beach State. It is interesting that overhearing Coach Brian Gimolaro say to his charges, you win game 3, you win the match. Because now the momentum has swung to the team in black, knowing that on Hawaii's court, before nearly 9,000, his team is not going to go and be dispatched into the night, losing 3 straight. And he feels that the momentum now will carry them through game 4 and rally scoring in game number 5. And for a team that has been able to win 42 straight, you wouldn't think anything less.
Well, as we said before, if any team can do it, it's Long Beach State. They've got the tradition, they've got the coaching staff, they've got the techniques, they've got the talent. So Hawaii had better be at their best. If you take a look at the kill percentages, for 1999, Long Beach State hitting 292, Hawaii 284. Tonight, Hawaii out-hitting Long Beach State 253 to 244. But Long Beach State looking very good, especially there at the end of game number 3, where they just absolutely ran away and hid.
That guy looks like me, doesn't he? That's my brother, Chuck Leahy Jr. with the mustache right in the center of your screen. There he is, yeah. Great volleyball fan, yeah. Lima starts it off. Game number 4. Overpass and 4 hits called on Long Beach State as that ball never did get over. It went into the net. 1-0 Hawaii. Game number 4. Lima again to serve for the Wahine. Serves it long. Side out. Long Beach State. Mistakes will come back now to haunt both teams. A team that makes the fewer mistakes, of course, will win it. Barrett serving. Dug up by Sutton. Carry. Sutton chases it down as blocked. We're tied at 1. Hawaii did not look good. It was a bad pass by Sutton. The set wasn't a powerful set, and Sutton gets roofed right here.
And credit Brandy Barrett with a great serve that time that forced Sutton into the bad pass. Barrett with another good serve.
Lima blocked. Saved by Kahumoku. Alestroy gets it across. Advantage now, Long Beach State. Grabovats able to get it down. 2-1. 49ers in the 4th game.
Oh, that ball was in the air forever. Dave Shoji very frustrated. An easy play on the surface the Bows should have made.
Barrett continues to serve. Lima. Carry. Sutton. And that will be side out Hawaii. That ball went off Weaver. It is in the ball control. It is in the passing and the setting that the points are scored. Very important. Both of these teams realize that. Alestroy will serve. Nishimoto to Walls. That's blocked. Bowen and Sutton. Oh, the emotion is on a very high level now. Tied at 2.
Heather Bowen once again at 6'3". National team member when she wants to be. Putting it down.
Alestroy. That's an ace. Went off Barrett. Hawaii leading 3-2 in the 4th game. Alestroy again to serve for Hawaii. Dug up by Barrett. Nishimoto. Advantage now, Hawaii. Sutton gets it across. Chance now for Long Beach State. Nishimoto blocked by Bowen. Off Weaver.
Heather Bowen once again getting the job done in transition. She guessed right where that ball would go. Weaver's been so successful tonight. Watch Weaver go up and just bang it. Bowen got there late, but just in time.
4 serving 2. Alestroy to serve. Early on in game 4. Hawaii leads in this match 2 games to 1. Ball dug up by Barrett. Nishimoto to Walls. Not a good set. Walls, Kahumoku in the back row. Back set Bowen. Not a good set that time. Advantage Long Beach State. Grabovats. That'll be returned. Sutton. Dug up into the net. Save. No help.
Oh, the Bows dodged another bullet there as the 8,100 fans cheer him on. Long Beach State had every advantage there to take the side out.
5 serving 2. Alustroy continues to serve for Hawaii. Just over the net. Barrett, bad pass. Good save by Nishimoto. Walls gets it over. Advantage now. Rainbow Wahine. They go to Suddeth.
Oh, Jessica Suddeth on a major roll right now. Brian Gimmelero's got to cool off. Number 5 from Hawaii, who has come alive.
Heidi Alustroy has run off 5 straight points. When she started serving, Long Beach State was up 2-1. Now the Wahine lead 6-2 in the 4th. And Alustroy to serve again. Good serve. Walls getting the ball across is Karolf. Bowen dug up by Barrett, but it goes out. Bowen with just a blaster.
Oh, and credit Heidi Alustroy, though, on the serve. She put Long Beach State in passing trouble on the serve, allowed Hawaii to run a quick transition play.
6 straight points now for Alustroy. Serves, excellent serve, overpass, hammered down, but saved by Weaver. They go to Suddeth. Suddeth gets it down, and Suddeth, almost uncanny here in the 4th. 8-2, Wahine. Alustroy continues to serve for Hawaii. Good serve again. Chased down by Nishimoto. Weaver with the roll shot. Bowen returns it. Weaver with the save. Again, this time, it ends the run.
Dave Shoji goes up, gets up. Why Jen Carey try to push it over on 2 like that? Just giving it to Weaver. Not a smart shot by Carey. She had 2 hitters ready to go.
Oda serves. Alustroy to Carey. Suddeth. That ball will be dug up. Down the middle comes Karolf. And Karolf gets the point for Long Beach State.
Oh, what a set by Nishimoto, too. She's doing a marvelous job in spite of that bad hit. Here's Nishimoto right here. And watch Carol come out of the back row and just rip it.
Overpass. And that ball went off Weaver. Boy, Long Beach State had nothing but opportunity.
Very uncharacteristic of a Brian Gimmilero team to have mix-ups like that. But he said, about a month or 2 from now, he's going to have a very, very good team when they get all this confusion out of the way. Remember, Nishimoto's only set 5 or 6 matches here this year.
Suddeth will float it. Good serve. Dug up by Oda. Nishimoto goes to wall. Step out move. That's blocked. Nishimoto is there. Oda is there. Kahumoko gets it across. Weaver. They push it to Grabovats. And Grabovats lifts. Point. Rainbow Wahine, they lead 9-3 in the 4th. And now the crowd begins to sense it. Could this be the end of the 42-game win streak? Just beginning to sense it. Another float. Dug up by Barrett. They go to Grabovats. And she gets it off the block, side out for Long Beach State. Do not sell the 49ers short. They are national champions, 42 in a row. They were 36-0 last year, despite the fact that they lost 3 key players. Much talent has returned.
And Hanif has come into the game.
Kahumoko. That ball goes into press row. Side out. Wahine. Hawaii looking for double figures here. Bowen will serve for Hawaii. Dug up by Grabovats. Could be an overpass. It is, and it's in. Grabovats thought she had help in the back row. She had no one. Point. Wahine. 10-3. 4th game. Timeout. Long Beach State. We're in the 4th game. Hawaii leads 10-3 in the 4th. They lead in the match 2-1. On the line for Long Beach State, a 42-game win streak. Defending national champions. undefeated this young season. Bowen serves. Oda, Nishimoto. Arif dug up by Bowen. Arif to Nishimoto. Back to Hanif. And that is dug up by Kahumoko. Little roll shot, patty cake at the net. Getting the ball across is Weaver. Crowd wanted a double hit. Kahumoko. That's dug up, pushed across. Bowen. Dump shot. They need to get it over, and they do by Oda. Great save by Oda. Another dump shot. Oda is there. Weaver. That'll be returned. Lima. That's blocked. Oh, this is a long rally. Hanif. They keep it alive. Grabovats gets it across. What a rally. Kahumoko. Roll. That's in.
Standing ovation. A standing ovation for that rally. Two great teams playing some great volleyball. And Dave Shoji now reprimanding Jen Carey, saying, Jen, don't dump the ball over the net. Set your hitters. They're hot.
11 serving 3 in the fourth game. Hanif. That's dug up by Ilustre. Lima goes to Kahumoko. That'll be returned by Long Beach State. Hanif. That's blocked. Along the tape, saved by Kahumoko. Carey goes to Kahumoko, little touch. Weaver, Nishimoto. Grabovats gets it across. Advantage now. Rainbow Wahine. Step out. Lima. Not a good set. Nishimoto to Barrett. And Barrett ends it. Side out. Long Beach State. Oh, Hawaii had opportunity.
Opportunity after opportunity. I think conditioning a factor there a little bit. Here we see the play that ends at Barrett with a nice back row attack. Finally terminates for Long Beach State, but the Bows had a chance with Kahumoko on the outside. Not a sharp set, and not a crisp connection between Carey and Lima on their second chance.
Evan Lee comes into the game for Heather Bowen. Long Beach State, remember, has no timeouts remaining. Serving is Weaver. Dug up, chased down by Carey. Sudeth from the 3-meter line, gets it down in front of Hanif.
Oh, the Bows got lucky there. Long Beach State block well formed, and Hanif has been their best blocker tonight. Couldn't get it to go down. Snuck through.
Roberts goes into the front row. Serving will be Carey. 11 serving 3 in the fourth. Carey just over the net. They work it to Barrett. That's blocked. Saved by Lima. Hammered down. Carey got her hand on it, but the ball goes out. Side out for Long Beach State. They trail by 8 in the fourth. Walls comes in. Nishimoto will serve now for the Beach. Jim Alero standing. He's been working the sidelines all night long. Lee, Shank, saved by Carey. Great save by Carey. Sudeth gets it across. Chance now for Long Beach State. Walls, yes. Point Long Beach State.
Another possible out ball taken. Rose not communicating in serve reception. I think Evan Lee took an out ball then, didn't get a call from her teammates, so she played it.
4 serving 11. Nishimoto serves. Dug up by Kahumoko. Back set to Kahumoko off the block and in. Side out, Hawaii. This crowd will go crazy.
Bad news for Long Beach State is a side out for Hawaii. Good news for Hawaii is they didn't let Long Beach State score in bunches like they're so good at doing. They're great at running bunches, points and bunches.
Kahumoko goes out. Baka Sao comes in to serve. It is important now. Every serve, every pass. Good serve by Baka Sao. Ball is bumped to Nishimoto. Hit and out. Hit by Walls, but out. That's a point for the Rainbow Wahine. 12. Serving 4. And the crowd beginning to believe. Baka Sao. Duck up in the back row by Grabovats. Little touch. And the touch by Hanif, and also Walls there. Walls credited. Side out. Long Beach State into the game for Long Beach State. Christy Carroll. Hawaii cannot relax. One thing that Hawaii has had trouble is closing.
Especially with Carroll serving. She is an excellent server. She's picked up an ace tonight already. She is a good one.
Carroll serves long. Side out Hawaii. 3 points away from ending the 42 game win streak of Long Beach State.
Charlie Wade as animated and as jumpy as I've ever seen him up and off the bench, telling Veronica, serve in, Veronica.
Lima, dug up in the back row by Weaver. Geralt gets it across. Great save by Roberts. Advantage now, Rainbow Wahine. Is this point 13? No. 4 hits into the net by Roberts. Side out, Long Beach State.
They're going to look back at that play and go, you mean we couldn't get the 13th point on a free ball? They got to be kicking themselves. Here's Brandy Barrett, a very good server. She's got point in bunches earlier.
4 serving 12. Dug up by Sutton. Here's Carey back set. Bowen. Bowen off Peralt. Side out. Rainbow Wahine.
Oh, Bowen on the step out move. Look at number 7 just going up and over the block. She is so strong. Olympic caliber.
Robert serving. Dug up by Barrett. Nishimoto goes to Walls. That's off the block. Bakasau to Carey. Sutton off the block. Dug up in the back row by Kirolf. They go to Grabovat. What a dig by Bakasau. Sutton is blocked. Sutton is blocked by Walls and Weaver. Side out, Long Beach State. 12-4, Hawaii, 4th game.
Bakasau kept the ball alive, but watch Walls just go up and root, but she middle blocks right there. Walls did put up a wall.
Serving is Oda. She's played very well in the back row. Could be an overpass. And that's in. A point for Long Beach State. Weaver taking advantage. Mistake for the Wahine. Point for Long Beach. They trail by 7. Oda continues to serve. Dug up by Bakasau. To Bowen. That's blocked and out. Side out, Hawaii. Still 3 points away from winning this match.
Ryan Chimilero wisely trying to pick on the rookie Bakasau, but she put the ball right on the money every time.
Kahumoku, another freshman, goes into the front row. Bakasau goes out. Sutton will float it. Hawaii needs 3. Barrett, Nishimoto, step out. Boy, what a hit by Weaver.
Oh, my goodness. That was as good a spike as we've seen all night long. Cheryl Weaver, she looked like she was angry. This has a lot of hurt put into it. Boy, is she athletic.
Hanif comes back into the front row. 5 serving 12. Kahumoku dug up in the back row by Oda. Hanif gets it off the tape and then gets it off of Illustra.
Trademark Long Beach State defense there, popping up that ball and then getting it over the net with a nice top spin.
Long Beach State trails by 6. Sutton, Carey, Kahumoku. Boy, there's that roll shot again. Side out, Hawaii. And still 3 points away from winning the match. Serving will be Bowen.
That 13th point might be the hardest one to get all night long.
Bowen serves, good serve, dug up by Oda, chased down by Nishimoto. Barrett gets it across. Now advantage, Rainbow Wahine. They go to Kahumoku, roll shot. That's save, little dunk, saved by Sutton. Lima puts it into the net. Side out, Long Beach State.
They had 2 swings again for the 13th point. Couldn't get it on a free ball. Couldn't get it on a dug ball. Credit Long Beach State for hanging in there.
Weaver will serve for Long Beach State. Evan Lee comes into the game. Bowen will sit down. Weaver serving. Weaver with 16 kills. Illustre, Carey. And Kahumoku cannot get it across. Babied it into the net. Point Long Beach State. They now trail by 5. And they're starting to come back in game number 4. Weaver to serve. Dug up by Sutton. Carey. Kahumoku. Is it in? It is out. Point Long Beach State. They now trail by 4. Timeout has been called by Hawaii. As all of a sudden, Long Beach State is on a run. Remember, they have no timeouts. High drama, high stakes. 12-8 in the 4th game. Hawaii 3 points away from ending a 42-game win streak. But Long Beach State will not make it easy. And they are creeping back here in game number 4. Kahumoku, carry, step out Lima, block, point, Long Beach State. And the run continues for the Beach. And the 49ers now trail by 3.
Oh, what a marvelous comeback they've had. Down 12-3, now they're down 12-9, 6 in a row.
Carry, Kahumoku, that's off the block. Nishimoto with the save. Barrett gets it across, advantage. Rainbow Wahine, carry again to Kahumoku, down the line. Picked off by one hand in the back row by Weaver. Hit by Barrett and blocked by Lima. Side out, Rainbow Wahine.
Oh, the Rainbow Wahine had to work hard for it. Long Beach State swinging hard right there. Andy Barrett into the block. Lima getting most of it.
Carey will serve. Lally pops it over. Nishimoto, that's off the block, off Kahumoku, and Hanif will be credited with the kill. Side out, Long Beach State. That's ball, that serve played right into Long Beach State's hand.
Sure did allow them to use that middle attack with Hanif.
Nishimoto to serve, 9 serving 12. Kahumoku bumps it to Carey. Back to Kahumoku, off the block, that'll be returned. Weaver, Nishimoto, here's Walls, left-handed, and in. Point, Long Beach State. And Long Beach State has it working now. And the Wahine reeling, trying to put it together. They're still 3 from winning. But right behind them, Long Beach State in game 4, looking to even the match, to take it to rally scoring. They go cross-court. Lima gets it down. Side out. Hawaii. But Hawaii has not scored in a long time.
Veronica Lima showing a little emotion there, telling her team we have to play now. She's seen enough missed opportunities. She's taken over some leadership role right there, but I haven't seen her do in a couple of years, being very, very vocal.
Baka Sao comes into the game. For Kahumoku, she will serve. Grababats, they give it, that's a block by Lima. They work it to Barrett, hits it, long, point, Wahine. They need 2. They finally get to 13. Baka Sao to serve again. 13-10, Hawaii. Tying her shoe is Lima. Baka Sao getting ready to serve. 13, serving 10. Crucial moments here in the 4th game. Chasing it down is Nishimoto. Weaver gets it across. Big advantage, Hawaii. Crowd senses it. They go to Suddit. They hit off the block. Match point. And this crowd will stand. And Hawaii is 1 point away from ending that 42-game win streak.
Credit Baka Sao for a great serve that time. Forced a bad pass.
Weaver, Nishimoto, Hanif, it's long, and the Wahine have done it. They have done it. They end Long Beach State's long, outstanding, incredible 42-game win streak. And for the first time in more than a year, Long Beach State tastes defeat. And the Wahine on their home court before nearly 9,000 remain undefeated in 99.